Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off by the Game Day.
Game Day.
TGD.
CAPeteria Day.
Happy Felipe's back.
Happy Felipe's back. Dude, property of God, dog. Happy
Property of
Christmas
God.
season, man.
Brother.
Brother.
I got the lights Saturday night because I got my Christmas tree last week.
Dude, I got lights too. Mine
You've
have
also
little
been to-
menorahs on them, though.
You've also been to
That's
two
awesome.
Christmas tree
Yeah.
lightings, I've noticed.
2 Christmas tree lightings. Last night was officially the 3rd.
Oh,
but it
You
was
went to another.
no, it was my own.
Oh, your
Oh,
own.
well, it is
that's
official.
the best one.
It's a big lighting though.
You did say officially the
Dude,
third.
wait. So you went to the one at Rockefeller Center? You saw Cher live?
I didn't see Rockefeller.
I went to the
I went to the 2 in my neighborhood. So I went to Seaport. And
Yep,
then
yep.
I went to the one on
Street?
right in the front of the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh, nice.
Mary J. Blige was there.
Oh,
yeah.
that's dope.
And then
I have
there
a
was
friend that works at the New York Stock Exchange. She does like social media for them. She meets all those people.
Oh,
That's
cool.
dope. Yeah, Mary J. Blige was there. It was pretty sick. No, hey, good tree lighting.
Probably
But I got my ornaments and I got my lights. I need some more ornaments. I got my
you got
DAC and
the-
CD
yeah,
ornament
that one's
coming in.
great, yeah.
Actually, might have been delivered last night, so I'm excited, bro. Christmas season is
Oh,
here.
you got the Cowboys ornaments in the end?
I bought it.
Yeah.
I think it came in last night. Something came in last
electric.
night.
Yeah.
That's
So-
electric.
Something came last night.
What are the vibes for Christmas this year?
The vibes for Christmas this year, it's a New York Christmas for me.
Nice.
New York
Nothing better.
Christmas is
Nothing
dope,
better.
man.
Yeah.
As long as you avoid like the very hectic areas where there's just hella tourists.
Just don't go to
I mean, New
Rockefeller
York is
Center.
probably
need
the
the
best place to
seasons
be
here.
during Christmas, or like some random town in Europe, it feels like.
Agreed with that totally.
Ooh, yeah, we'll see.
Dude,
But, like-
I would love
Like,
to go
you
to
just,
like,
it feels
looks
very
like
fairy
rustic.
tale.
Oh,
go to like a Christmas village in Germany or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or like Austria.
You hear the
Switzerland.
carols down the street.
But that's why New York is so nice during Christmas is because there's so many markets and they're just replicating what
Yeah,
they do in Europe.
yeah, exactly.
And so you get that same kind of feel.
I think I might go. My parents talking about going to Switzerland for Christmas next year.
That's incredible.
We got to get Jack to Europe.
I've never been to Europe. I'm like,
We gotta
they're
get
like,
Jack
oh,
to
do you
Europe.
want to go to them? I'm like, I've never been to Europe. Yeah, I want to go.
You
I
gotta
don't
make
care
it.
if
You gotta
go,
make a
like-
trip though. We gotta
Some
get
good
you to
cheese,
Italy.
some good chocolate.
We gotta
It'll
get you
be
to
great,
Italy.
brother.
I
You
like
gotta
to
go to
Italy,
Italy
but-
and France because you got to see which has the better pastries.
You could go
Oh,
skiing
that's
out in
big.
Switzerland too. That would
Oh,
be
that's
nice.
I'd be
amazing.
skiing probably every
Swiss
single day.
Alps, yeah.
Dude,
Oh my
Zermatt
God.
last year. Whew.
You went to Zermatt?
Yeah.
That's
I had a-
place.
I had a
That's
we-
bucket
I had a
list
year
place I
last
would
year.
love
You got
to go.
World Traveler Adam in 2022.
And it wasn't like
Yeah,
every
Adam was
country, every
everywhere.
single month,
You,
bro. I
you,
swear to
you went
God.
off last. This
I
year you
went
went off
crazy.
too, though, a little bit.
No, just
Well, you
one
did get
trip.
engaged, so
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
engaged in Italy.
big
Yeah, that's
time,
true.
brother.
That's
Big
That's you
time.
kind of went off.
I am part Italian at this point, but
Yeah.
Hey,
basically.
2 years in a row.
better pastry. Let me tell you, Italian.
better
nice
food,
cannoli.
Hey, Capeteria Day though.
You
We
know
have a
who likes
lot of
nice
games.
Italian pastry, Don DeSandro.
Yeah, facts. He does.
By
You
the
know
way-
he eats a lot of fucking Italian.
Bro, he likes the
pastries.
black and white cookie. Like, just a lot of good stuff.
Good old cannoli. All right, well, we do have a lot of games to get through. We're going to do a little head-to-head game again with the Eagles and the Cowboys. See which team has the
Good
better
one.
roster because they're
Yeah.
playing this week, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
We got a fraud or not. Jack's got another trivia game for us. Felipe's going to give us.
includes every single team.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
Get ready.
Felipe's got his
Ready.
power rankings for us, and Adam has, I
straight.
believe, a wide receiver tier list.
Uh-huh.
Where do we want to
Are you
start,
excited
boys?
about that?
Well, it's just because there's only one way I think of wide receiver tiers, and it's like there's like 2 tiers to me. It's either you're here or you're there, and then the rest is just like I think of you here, but I don't think of you there.
But it's good.
All right,
It's subjective.
Jack. I
Can-
mean,
before-
all right,
before
Adam.
we- before we
Let's
jump
rip
in,
it. I
before-
think we should do the wide receiver tiers
Before.
first.
I'm down. I'm
But
down.
no,
actually.
Lipe, let's let Lipe talk about
Everything.
Sunday.
Before we jump in,
of course.
I want to actually, yeah, I wasn't even gonna go there, but I was
I
gonna
want- I
say,
want you to.
Jack's explanation, Brock MVP yesterday on
good,
the Monday
right?
episode was
great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You
Great.
know how long I was looking up stats for that shit?
He did
So-
a
Oh
great
my God.
job.
I mean, he brought the fucking evidence. That was fantastic for one.
Dude, he
Thank you,
brocked
appreciate
the
that.
evidence for sure.
Number 2, the Eagles are fucking fraudulent as fuck. Nah, they
Yeah! Go in, baby!
No, I actually wasn't gonna, but you reminded me. I'm like, shit, I gotta say something about the
bro,
Eagles.
the fact that you weren't
But-
here for like the Eagles' biggest loss of the year, I need you. We're gonna be silent. Just
They
go.
were-
60
Just
seconds,
Go.
go in.
Felipe,
the floor is
I don't-
yours, my darling.
I realistically don't have that much. I think the
Come
Eagles
on, you were
still
going in.
really
We
good.
got the opposite today.
Look, the Eagles they went after the Cowboys next when the 49ers killed the Cowboys, and the 49ers did the same thing to the Eagles. The Eagles got a garbage time touchdown. Essentially, it was the same beatdown.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't really have much to say. We're going to see this week, Cowboys-Eagles week. It's going to be a good week. That's all I have
That's
to say. I don't have much to
You
say.
and I got into a
I'm not-
massive
Yeah.
argument
Us
earlier.
three were like going nuts earlier.
Oh.
Do the whole thing again. Argue with me again.
What? I'm just making my comments on the Eagles. I think the Niners, if you want to go on that, I think the Niners are by far the best team in the NFL, and I think they might be the best roster we've seen in our lifetime.
You think the Niners have the best roster we've seen about like in your last 25 years of existence?
Yeah,
our
like some
lifetime?
teams that come to mind are like that.
07 Patriots, maybe?
Teams that didn't even win the Super Bowl, but like 2013 Broncos team where Peyton Manning threw for like 50-plus touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
And that defense was absolutely disgusting. Now they lost the Super Bowl. 2007 Patriots were good. I think this Niners team is more complete than any of those. What's the team you said?
I was saying 07 Patriots. Yeah.
I think this Niners team is more complete.
Maybe like that Rams team was nasty back in the day.
Todd Gurley, Jared Goff.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf.
Yeah, but they didn't have the defense.
Yeah, they didn't.
And so I think this Niners team, like obviously, like they have the worst quarterback out of any of those teams, but it doesn't matter. Brock is still really good, and you made his MVP case yesterday, and he's in the running for MVP. Is he favorite right now?
Yeah, he's favorite.
So he's a favorite, MVP favorite.
Him and Dak are tied, I think.
Did Jack's argument
Brock's
sway
the
you?
favorite, Dak's the second favorite.
No, I didn't. It didn't sway me, but like I understand why, and I'm not gonna debate it necessarily. Like I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm gonna say I think Dak is, but I understand every argument you made and everything you said is valid.
I understand if you want to say Dak too. I
think
it.
Dak.
They both have a really valid case.
If they both win out the rest of the season, I think Dak wins it because Dak's gonna have a harder. He's got a tougher schedule, and so he has to beat the Bills. He has to beat the Lions. He has to beat the Eagles this week. He has to beat the Dolphins. So he just has a. It's gonna be easier for him to make an MVP case than Brock Purdy, in my opinion. And we know that the Niners are more stacked.
I made this argument yesterday, but I also think that's why, because of how the gauntlet's going to set up for Dak and what could if Brock. Because what I said yesterday is that unfairly Brock is going to need to keep up this type of play. Like touchdowns, he can't just go off a game and have like 2 touchdowns and 250 yards because people are going to say the weapons.
But it's the same as Dak though. If Dak has a bad game, it gets elevated. Like
agree.
Totally.
But because of the schedule, as long as Dak has good enough games and he's not like throwing two INTs, I think he'd win it. But Brock needs to because of where he was drafted, needs to be this. But that's why I also said I think this is the first year we could actually see Tyreek or a wide receiver win the award because there's no quarterback that's totally separating themselves.
Yeah.
Like really Jalen and Mahomes were last year.
Yeah.
And if Tyreek goes for 2,000 yards and the Dolphins get the number 1 seed in the AFC, there's a strong case for him to win the MVP.
Well, if he's the only receiver ever to do 2,000 yards, I mean, very strong.
So it was a good conversation we missed yesterday.
Man, Tyreek, wonderful receiver.
Yes.
But the MVP between those two guys right now, definitely,
yes.
Purdy and Dak. If either of them have a bad game or maybe a couple bad games, it's got to be Tyreek.
I agree.
Yeah,
Tyreek is having a season similar to how Adrian Peterson did when he won MVP. Of he just impacts the game more than any
you have 2K
position
that year?
players.
AP the year he won MVP.
Yeah, and it was like he was coming off that ACL too.
Yeah, and he ran
so
for 2K.
it was the craziest thing we've seen.
It's just no other position player is impacting the game in the same way that Tyreek is, same way AP did.
Well, just even take out position player. Just what player objectively is making the largest impact, the most valuable player to their team. Tyreek's one
Probably
of those
Jake
guys.
Moody.
Tyreek over, what'd you say?
Jake Moody, probably.
No, he's missed some kicks. So
but he's
impacting the team negatively.
Still.
I think if you just look at it,
Osa.
to me, and that's a good point. I said there's 3 logical MVP candidates this year. It's Tyreek, Dak, and Purdy. If you're putting Lamar, if you're putting Mahomes, Tua, Jalen Hurts in there, it's just because it's a quarterback award. And I think
I agree with that,
that's
man.
a fair point.
Jalen,
But Christian McCaffrey does deserve to be in the conversation. He had a couple. He had one dud game. It was against the Browns. The rest he's had over 100 all-purpose.
Agree. The only thing that's going to hurt him though is that when he was out and Elijah Mitchell still had a good game, and then there was that one game where both played and CMC didn't play as well and Elijah Mitchell played better.
Yeah, I mean that's just the Niners' run scheme.
I hate to use this against you because I'm all in on your Brock Purdy take.
Yeah,
but
same.
If you take out Christian McCaffrey from the Niners, they're still a really fucking good team.
I agree.
You take out Tyreek from the Dolphins,
the
they're
same.
not even close to.
I
it.
completely agree on
Tyreek
that.
Hill, we need to start talking about him like we did Calvin Johnson.
I love that.
Like we do, bro. I was looking at his stats. First off,
Don't deflate the football.
Without even
football.
looking at the stats, bro. I was watching that Dolphins game this weekend. I had it on. How is Tyreek beating you deep? Still
better than
it's so easy to get a safety
put
over the top.
Like 50
How
yards
is Tyreek
deep,
still beating you deep? Like guys are going man to man on him, and
doing
he's
it for
cooking them so
years.
easily. Twice he did it this game. Bro, I looked at the stats right before we
you see what
hopped
Tua
on.
said last night? You see what Tua said last night on the Manicast?
Tyreek just says throw it.
They asked him. They were like, "Does Tyreek ask
yeah.
you just say throw it, just throw it up, fuck it, fuck it, I'll find Jamar."
He literally
down
goes
there,
like,
same
just
thing.
throw it
And he
as
was
far
like-
as you can.
He was like, Tyreek says that all the time.
And
Just
bro,
throw it as far as you can. And
second-
Tua was like, I can't overthrow him. It's literally.
He's like, I've literally
impossible
never
to
overthrown
The
him in my
second
life.
touchdown to Tyreek, it wasn't a good throw.
It was the
Tyreek
wrong route. It was the wrong route. Just
He ran
saying.
the wrong. Okay, well, the
Tyreek
fact
ran
that he had to
wrong route. It's the right
adjust,
throw.
the catches he's making are so difficult, and to the regular football eye, they're not going to understand this thing because, like, to turn over your shoulder and have to find the ball again and go catch that, it's insane. And Tyreek's making these things look so easy. And I'm looking at the stats right now. I looked at it right before.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, he's averaging 123 per game.
123
yards per game. He has 12 touchdowns.
I got a crazy stat for you.
That's insane.
A few seasons come out, they pop out to us in terms of, like, the past couple decades, I think. And you think about, like, the 07 Randy Moss year because of all the touchdowns.
Calvin Johnson.
You think of Calvin, whatever year that was. You think of AB and, like, from 2014 to 2017, like, he was going off every single year. But, like, Tyreek's having one of those years, and he's probably playing with the worst quarterback out of all of them. Let's be real.
You want to know what's crazy?
Actually.
Tyreek Hill's receiving yards per game by quarter. Quarter 1, 41 yards per game. Quarter 2, 38. Quarter 3, 37. Quarter 4, 7. Tyreek Hill's pacing the league in receiving yards per game, and he's doing it while playing 3 quarters of football because they've just blown out teams. Last week against the Commanders, he played one possession in the third quarter, and he was benched the whole time. He finished 150 receiving yards on 5 receptions.
Yeah. Imagine if the Dolphins' defense was just a little worse, so you guys are playing the fourth quarter.
Oh my God!
He's having like 2,300 yards.
Do you have any more gas to back up?
I do. I wanted to look up.
I sat in this position because.
I want you to hype him up.
I wanted to look up Calvin Johnson's stats, and
then we got to get into these.
And we'll get right into it. So the year he almost got 2K, he was at 1964. He had 122 receptions, 1,964 yards. How many touchdowns?
Good amount, pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, he only had 5 touchdowns that year.
Woo! Really?
Woo! But his yards per game were 122.8.
And what's Tyreek at?
So now Tyreek
in 3 quarters.
Tyreek is at, like I said, average yards per game, 123.4. So that's above that 122.8. Yep. Wow. Now he's got to maintain it, but like it's already been a huge sample size. 12 touchdowns. So he's already got 7 more than Calvin. 1,481 yards. So he needs 500 more yards. How many more games he got left?
You know why we don't? That
he's averaging 122.
He's averaging 122 per game.
If he has 2 more 150
and he's got
games.
93 receptions. Did I say what Calvin had? That year, 2012, he had 90. Sorry, 122. So, assuming he gets,
6 catches a game,
he's gonna get that. He's gonna make that.
You know the reason we don't bring up Tyreek in the Calvin Johnson or the Julio or whatever,
because of his size.
It's because of his size. Yeah. It's because he's 5'11", 5'10", something like that.
5'10", yeah.
And he plays a different game. So when you think of Tyreek Hill, I used to think like this, different now. Is he's just fast guy. Fast boy, speedy boy, run down the field, go catch a ball really deep. And now I know he's totally different. Even if that's all he can do, no one has ever done it like him. He's such a different weapon.
Yeah, their wide receiver coach is Wes Welker.
Wes Welker just said he played with Randy Moss. Said he's better than Randy Moss.
Because Tyreek can run a full route tree.
Yeah, and Randy couldn't. Yeah. Just to put into context, Felipe, how crazy of a season Tyreek is having this year. Mm-hmm. If the season ended today, this would be the second best year of his career. And his best year was last year. So this year, if the season ended right now, is better than any year he's had with the Chiefs. Yeah, and yet there's still 5 more games. Yeah. So I agree with you. Thank you for the gas. Tyreek Hill is 1 of 1.
He was the number 2 guy in KC behind Kelsey, to be fair. But that also
that could help him.
They kind of shared.
That helped him. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying. Tyreek is.
That's crazy. And just lastly, because I'm just looking at total yards, and people looking at Calvin, and obviously he didn't have the longevity we'd love to see, but he's still a first ballot Hall of Famer. Tyreek's less than 2,000 yards away from him in his career in terms of receiving yards.
Insane.
Tyreek's going to play up for a while. I know he said he's going to retire in a few years.
Guy's in his prime.
I think Tyreek's
retiring anytime soon.
Tyreek's going to blow every single one of Calvin's records out, and he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's
easily.
Yeah, agreed.
Crazy.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. Speaking of Tyreek, let's get into Adam's wide receiver tiers.
I could say 0 words for the rest of the episode and be ecstatic.
Can you send us your tiers so we can also look at it, or do you want to read it for us first?
I could. But the thing is, I don't want you to see how I did it first.
Fine, so read it to us first, and then we'll look at it.
Okay. You guys ready for this?
Tell us what you're doing.
These are my wide receiver tiers after 13 weeks in the 2023 NFL season.
Okay. Beautiful.
Who's number 1?
So number 1 is literally just Tyreek.
That's shocking.
This is the Tyreek list. Yeah. Let me send it to you guys.
Not
River? To be honest, they didn't have a lot of people on this one.
They didn't have
River, they didn't have River. They didn't have Braxton. They also didn't have CB Fehoko, and he was going to be in the Tyreek one.
That Puka?
Puka was not there, so
Okay,
Puka
that's
would have
fucked
been
up. You
there.
gotta put him in
I'm gonna
one.
send you guys this tier list.
Jake Bobo?
Don't look at it yet. We'll look at it after, just because I want to go through it. So Tyreek is far and away. He's in his own tier. He's the best one.
Sure.
So now the next one.
And this is just for this year.
This is just for this year through
That's
13
just
weeks.
the Tyreek tier.
That's just the Tyreek tier.
I like that
Yeah,
TT.
yeah.
It just feels like it.
TT.
Yeah, TT. These are then the next tier is elites and alphas, but just not Tyreek.
Okay.
Jettis.
Yeah.
And in no particular order, you can
Sure.
move these around.
played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jettis, Jamar, A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb.
That sounds
Sure.
all right.
After Tyreek, those are all the people I think of.
I think
Yeah,
that's good.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm 2 for 2 on,
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
tier.
So far,
I'm
I'm
for it.
curious if these guys in the next tier, like I would move up, but
So-
so far, so good.
I'm surprised you don't have Jake Bobo in there.
You know, also
Yeah.
wasn't on there. Wasn't on the list.
4.3 40-yard dash. People forget.
That kid's a 4.99, bro. I learned today that he ran a 4.99.
slow.
That's like the worst time
but-
for a receiver in
I
history.
just totally
way.
made that up.
Yeah, but
No, I know, but it's
Yeah.
funny because I saw the 4.99 today. I was like, no way.
just
4.99?
subtract 0.6 seconds.
Dude, I can
But
run
just
a
subtract
4.99.
How the fuck
it.
is
Bro,
that, like-
most linemen run faster than that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
insane.
So then the next tier after this alpha is elite, but just not alpha type.
Okay.
Amon-Ra,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, as through 13 weeks. Cooper's close,
To this week's shirt.
and Keenan Allen. Those are the
I would
only.
put Keenan Allen up. I would bump Keenan Allen
I
up one.
thought about
Yeah,
it.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's
I
hard.
thought about it.
You're really going to put him in the same tier as like fucking
Yes.
Stephon Diggs and Justin
Yes.
Jefferson?
I
Yes,
think Keenan
I
Allen's
think
better than Stephon
You
Diggs
could
right
easily
now.
make an argument. Well, production wise, I just don't think. When I think
Production-wise,
of
I don't
and
know
Keenan Allen's
about
been doing
that.
it forever too. He's
Again,
he's
Justin
off.
Jefferson, though.
Again, for me, this is
Dude,
the way I made these tiers is just like when I think of these players, I think of them in separate tiers.
I know that's
and
how you
just
think
the
of it,
next
but
tier after.
Keenan Allen, if he played in the East Coast or like for the Cowboys or some shit, like
No, Keenan Allen's amazing. I think no matter
if
what,
he
those
played
are
for
your
anyone but the
consensus.
Chargers, he'd be up.
But I also think Cooper Kupp can easily be there. He's just played worse as of late, and so that's why he
I
dropped
just
down.
want. I'm a Keenan Allen guy.
Me too. I love Keenan Allen. He deserves to move
Not
up,
enough.
but that's why look, they're right there, elite but not alpha type. Okay?
Okay.
When I think of also alpha, I think of like you're gonna go up and get it. I think all these
Keenan
guys
Allen
could.
would do that as well. But all right. Anyway,
It's just a little older.
Continue.
Just a little older.
Continue.
The next is the tier. The next guys I think of. That's literally
That's
just
what
the
it's
tier.
called.
That's
The
just
next-
what the tier's
but
called.
they're not
because-
quite up there.
No, they're just not with
yeah.
Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, and Keenan Allen.
Got you.
Could be you can move these around
I like
anywhere
that
how you
tier.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, D-Hop, and Amari Cooper.
Ooh.
Waddle does not belong there.
That's an eclectic group.
Yeah, I don't think
of
Waddle
wide
belongs amongst
receivers.
those guys.
Waddle does-
I don't think
agree.
Garrett
I
Wilson's
agree.
there yet either.
I think DJ Moore actually could go in the tier above this one.
Could.
I think
And
Waddle.
Mike-
I know you love Waddle, but he's
And
not in that
D-Hop.
tier.
And the
Yeah,
way
no,
Mike,
there's again,
and the way
there's some bias here.
Mike Evans is playing this year, he
Diop
should be up there too.
Who
Mike
else was
Evans-
it? Rip it again, super quick.
Waddle, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson, Ayuk, Olave, DK, Devontae Smith, D-Hop, and Amari Cooper.
Terry's hard because like he's been solid this year.
No, he's
but,
been
like,
terrible. He
been-
actually
he
has
hasn't
been
been
pretty
bad.
terrible,
He's
but
been
it's the
pretty bad.
quarterback.
Some
Mike
good
Evans,
years,
Mike
but-
Evans
Mike
definitely
Evans should be up
But
there
also
with
the same
Keenan
house
Allen,
done for like
for
300
sure.
a game.
Like if I had to
so
flip some of these, I'd put like for me as being super biased, I'd put Waddle towards the back end of it. Like I was just, I
I
was
don't
just
think
people I was
Waddle's
seeing.
in this tier.
It's fair. It's my this is my tier.
I also think D-Hop could be up a tier as well. Still.
Yeah, potentially.
Mike for sure, bro. Come on, Mike's production
Mike-
this year's been
I
insane.
think Mike and
The
DJ,
people
I think
that
Mike
were-
and DJ for
The
sure.
people that were easiest for me to put in this list were DJ Moore, Mike Evans. Like to be
DK.
honest, DK was there and
Yeah.
Amari
DK
Cooper
been
were like
balling,
for
too.
me the easiest.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
What about Devontae
What
Smith?
about
Devontae was with Waddle because
Smith?
you're
Devontae's above Waddle right now.
Oh yeah.
see again
He is
on
above Waddle
what
right now.
it depends on what you're trying to measure because
I test.
I test and
Okay.
stats. No, I feel like
They're
Waddle's
pretty-
been underperforming like crazy.
underperforming. I agree underperforming, but then last year also cleared him. So like,
But you
we
just
got-
said before that we started that's his 2023 through 13 weeks.
right. But I'm also factoring
Bingo.
in because wait till you see my next tier.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, I'm just gonna chuck
there's a
that.
long ass tier.
Again, I would put
I got it. I got it.
All right,
I would
continue,
put Devontae
continue.
and Waddle towards the
We're
back
gonna be
end of
debating
that.
all day.
This is the next tier because I just didn't know what to do.
The next
plus
one.
some flashes, plus Tank Dell because there wasn't a picture of him, and I love Tank
Plus
Dell.
Tank Dell. Okay, so Tank
There's
Dell's
no
here.
picture.
There
of
was
him
no
on this?
picture of Tank Dell. So this is Michael Pittman.
Ooh,
T.
Pittman put up first of all. Yeah,
Okay,
I forgot
he's
about
been
Pittman.
great this year.
Yeah, come on, man.
He's been great this
I
year.
might put Michael Pittman up 2
Just
tiers.
hear who is here. Just hear who is
I
here.
agree with that.
T. Higgins, Lockett, Debo, Nico Collins, Hollywood Brown, Calvin Ridley, Chris Godwin, Sutton, Adam Thielen, Zay Flowers,
Sutton up.
Jesus,
Sutton up.
this is deep. bro.
Deontay John, because I just didn't know where else
How
to
do you
put
have
him.
Jalen Waddle ahead of all of these guys? They're all better than
Agreed,
Waddle.
agreed,
I
agreed.
think Waddle's
They are
better.
all better than
I
Jalen
agree. I
Waddle.
agree.
I think Waddle's
No
better
bias
than all
to
these
Texas.
guys.
Maybe Calvin
No,
Ridley's not
not
better
even.
than Waddle.
No, I think Waddle's better than these guys. Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk, JSN, Christian Watson, Drake London, Jordan Addison, and George Pickens.
JSN.
The last like 6 you said Waddle is better than, but like the first like 10.
Bro, what are we doing?
Can you read the first like few again?
Yeah.
Michael Pittman.
All right, better than Waddle.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman should be up like 2 tiers, bro.
You think Michael Pittman Jr. is with Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, and Keenan Allen?
Okay, maybe he's up
I'm
1
moving
tier.
him.
Okay, so
I'm moving him
But
up.
Waddle's down.
All right, wait. Let's go Waddle or this guy.
Okay, Waddle or Michael Pittman?
Michael
Pittman.
Waddle or T. Higgins?
Higgins.
Why?
He's
better.
What has he done?
Look at when
what has
T
he done
played.
this
He's
year?
just better.
No, he hasn't.
Dog, he act like
T also hasn't
Look at when
played.
T has
Waddle
played
has
this year.
had Tua every single game this
When
year. He's had
when
another.
T's been healthy, he's been better.
Bro, no, he hasn't.
All right, we can look at it later.
Bro,
Look
he's
at the
also been
stats.
playing with bad quarterbacks this year. Even when Burrow was playing, he wasn't playing well.
Bro,
All right, continue.
how many
So,
times did we
T.
talk? Okay. Lockett, I know where you guys are going to go
Lockett.
with. I'd take him still taking Waddle. Debo.
Debo.
He's
By
a
a
wide
lot.
receiver. This is not what you bring to
By
the
a
table
lot,
as
I
a
would
rusher.
take-
Bro,
I'd rather Debo.
What?
I still
Deebo's a better receiver.
Yeah.
Deebo's still
Nico
playing, but-
Collins.
Nico.
This year, Nico.
Again, this year.
But
That's what you said.
But T. Higgins hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
When
but
he's played, though.
No, he hasn't.
I'm saying when T
I
has
think I
played.
just broke a rib. I literally think I just broke a
Christ,
rib.
bro.
love that shit. That's so funny. Keep going. What's the next one?
okay.
Nah, he's faking an
He's
injury to get out of
actually-
this. He's
he's
faking an
actually
injury.
You know when you cramp up like right here?
Yep.
Hollywood. Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
Okay, I'll take Waddle over
take
Hollywood.
Waddle. I'll
Fair.
take Waddle.
Calvin Ridley.
I'd take
I'll
Waddle.
take Ridley
Ridley.
still.
Godwin.
Godwin.
Sutton.
Yeah.
Sutton. Easy.
That one,
not
I-
easy.
That one, I don't know. I think
not
Waddle's more
easy.
complete.
I'm a big Sutton guy.
Thielen.
Thielen.
This
Nah.
year, Thielen.
Waddle.
This season?
The
Thielen.
inconsistency. Zay Flowers.
Ooh, Zay, more complete.
Waddle.
I would take Waddle.
Again, these are guys that is just the next tier that has shown flashes and tanked out. Outside of this
And
year.
tanked out.
And tanked out, of course. Outside
Okay,
of
so
this year, Michael.
Taker Waddle, who would you rather have?
Waddle.
All right, continue. Next year.
Deontay Johnson. Christian Kirk.
Deontay.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. Waddle, I'll take Waddle.
Christian Kirk.
Any
all of these
I would
last-
rather
Yeah,
have
the last
any
guys.
any non-Calvin Ridley wide receiver on the Jags. I would rather have over.
You'd rather have Christian Kirk.
Somehow they always prefer.
You'd rather have Christian Kirk over Waddle.
I'd rather
No.
Zay
I'd rather have
Jones.
Waddle.
what
I'd
are we-
rather have
what are we
Waddle than the
doing?
last few guys you mentioned. I
What are
just
we
think
doing?
the first few,
All right,
it's like
go to the next tier.
other-
That's it, because I don't care about any other wide receivers. To me, that's the tier of wide receivers.
that's true. There's a bunch of average after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Again, you could move any of these guys around. I just think.
What about Zacchaeus on the Eagles?
No, I
Names.
definitely wanted a
Big touchdown
friend of the
last- a couple weeks
pod tier.
What about
but
wait?
they
What
didn't
about
have him.
Puka? Where would you put Puka?
Puka would be in
Ooh.
this tier for me.
Would you-
This
Because
year?
flashes.
Hold on.
Because of flashes.
Yeah.
Puka or Jalen Waddle?
Waddle.
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know.
what are we doing? You guys don't. You have
Puka-
all.
Puka
You don't.
better
Nobody's
route runner.
watching the fucking Dolphins
Yeah.
here.
He's a smarter player. Knows to get in the zones. And
I watch the
everything.
Dolphins a lot.
He's not white, so
I
that
watch the
doesn't-
Dolphins.
Who's had a better year this year, Puka or Waddle?
Puka.
So put Puka above Waddle. You said 2023 as a week 13.
I'm not doing that though
Why
was what you-
why do you think Puka's having a better year than Waddle?
because of the
quarterback.
system.
Better
Because
quarterback.
of the system?
Yeah.
Better quarterback.
I think Waddle's
As if
a
the
better.
Dolphins
I think
system
Waddle's a
don't
better.
have-
I
the
think
Dolphins
Waddle's
don't
a-
have the best offense
I think
in the
Waddle's a
league.
better wide receiver than Puka Nacua.
Why? Why though?
I think
I'm gonna bring your
I think he's a
argument.
better route
Stats.
runner. I think
Better
he's able to
quarterback.
go up and get
You
it.
think he's a better route runner than Puka?
Absolutely, bro. Puka, who's
got better hands?
Your number one fucking argument against Puka was that he cannot run routes. He's just running drag routes. That's all.
No, I never said that. I never
He's
said
good
he
at
couldn't
that,
run
though.
routes.
After the highlights you
No,
watched,
that after week 2, the highlights, I said he's catch.
Yeah.
He's just fitting in zones. I
like,
never
let's
said he
not
wasn't a good route
freak
runner.
out. Puka's like some of these guys have shown flashes, which is why they're in the flashes. Michael Pittman has shown and has had an amazing year, but has never been able to get into the category where DJ Moore is, Mike Evans is. Waddle has at least even last year. Waddle was in there. The same with Devontae, who's had flashes. To me, that's where I think of Devontae. That's where I think of Waddle. When I think of when I think of Michael Pittman, when I think of T. Higgins, when I think of even Debo, who just can do it can do it all. They're just not in that tier for me personally. As a wide receiver to run routes, I think Debo's amazing. But
Bro, have you watched Debo run routes? He's nice.
I think there's a conversation to be had. We need to ask our viewers, our fans, bro, Puka or Jalen Waddle. Like, it's a legitimate
so
question.
ask the question.
Who would you rather have? Who's the better wide receiver? Period. I don't care about this year,
Period.
last year, nothing. Who's the better wide
Well, you
who's,
can't with last year because he was at BYU.
who's the better NFL wide receiver?
Puka
Puka Nacua or Jalen Waddle?
And will you issue an apology?
Sound off in the
if it's-
comments.
Like, dead ass, bro. The conversation needs to be had. One,
No, it doesn't.
Jalen Waddle isn't an amazing offense. You said the reason that
Bro, if you wanna make
Puka's
that-
been outperforming. No, you said the reason Puka's been outperforming
Someone get
Waddle
Kondo
is
in here.
because
I'll
of
let
a better offensive system.
Don't. You're interrupting Felipe's rant.
I know. I just want to ask him.
Felipe, finish. Felipe, finish.
Go. One
Hold
sec.
on.
All right,
Felipe, finish.
You said the reason that Puka's been having a better season than Jalen Waddle is because he's in a better system. Where the Dolphins have the best play calling, the best offensive system in the league. It's the reason Tyreek's going crazy.
Do you know how many targets
and so the offensive system doesn't matter. Do you know how many targets favors Jalen Waddle?
Do you know how many targets Puka Nacua has had? You should produce on that. He's been producing.
Okay, he's getting open.
Condo. Adam said that Michael Pittman is not as good as Jalen Waddle. Thoughts?
Bro, Michael Pittman Jr. has had one good year, and it's this year. The most he's ever had was 2 years ago. Pittman is showing flashes.
He gave you the hand.
You're asking a Colts fan.
I hear a little noise in the background, just some static. Please tell Mr. Andrew, who's on this podcast, he's no longer allowed to talk Colts football. I've revoked his access to talking about Colts football.
He likes calling you.
He goes by Andrew at Starbucks.
Andrew.
Okay, second question.
Andrew at Starbucks. So he's not allowed to talk about Colts.
He's not allowed to talk about Colts. I can't even look at him right now. I'm talking to you guys to talk to him for me.
So Jalen Waddle or Puka Nacua?
Jalen Waddle.
By far?
Bro, I mean, not this year, maybe, but
Pittman or Waddle. Like,
let me just ask you a question. Why are you saying Puka over Waddle? Just out of curiosity.
I want to pass.
Are you saying based off of how they've performed this year? Wait, I want everyone to hear this. Are you saying this year because Puka's had better stats than Waddle? That's why.
Yeah, I think he's been playing.
So
it's not just that. I think he's been playing better than Jalen Waddle this year, and the stats are evidence.
So if the stats also say that Puka's had better numbers than Devontae Smith, should he be above Devontae this year?
Yeah, I think it's a legitimate conversation.
Oh, I don't think so.
I play Dynasty. I play Dynasty Fantasy. Obviously, everybody knows that, and that's why I like long-term projections.
Crazy.
Puka's being put in a conversation ahead of other guys like even young wide receiver JSN and stuff like that.
But Dynasty is different than like what?
No, it's not. It's an outlook on the future and the rest of their career. Who would you rather have? And Puka's in the conversation.
I'm enjoying this. It's riveting. However, we have a lot of other games.
That's my wide receiver tiers. Sue me. Sue me.
Kondo also messaged me 5 minutes ago on Slack. He goes, "Tell Adam I've revoked his access to talk Colts football."
Bro,
I've had it with this Pittman slander.
Devontae Smith and Waddle have both had better years than Michael Pittman. What are we doing?
We're gonna move on now. Let's get to another game.
Stat-wise, probably not.
Felipe, you want to give us your power rankings? I think that's what we should do.
I do, but
do you want to get into another ranking?
Oh God,
I'm gassed.
Do I have armpit sweat?
Yes, you do.
You don't got a lot of armpit.
Felipe, let's get your power rankings from this week. It's time.
So is it week 14 now?
Yes, sir. We're going into week 14.
NFL week 14 power rankings.
Top 10
are here. Top 10
are here.
They're here?
Not there.
They are here.
They're not with Puka.
Tune in, motherfuckers. Here we go. Dude. Number one. Like, it's not even close. We talked about it a little bit before.
Could you put them at 0? Because there's not.
That's where I think
I was going to put them at 0, but I did something else. I kept them at 1. Okay? The 49ers are not only the best team in the league right now, by far, they're so good, they might just be the best team we've seen since 2000. I think if you were to zoom completely out and look at the history of the NFL since the fucking merger in 64, whatever it was for historians out there, it's probably one of the best rosters we've ever seen. It's insane. And they just beat down on a team that is coming off a Super Bowl appearance and is widely regarded as by most, in fact, coming into this week as the best team in football, and they beat them by 30.
They were the best, not only the best team before this week, every single week all season.
They just beat the Chiefs. They just beat the Bills. They beat the Cowboys. The Eagles were beating teams. And they were beating really good teams. The Niners just smacked the fuck out of them in Philadelphia. So there's not a conversation about tiers anymore in terms when it comes to teams. If we want to talk about tiers, because we were just talking about receiver tiers, it's literally 49ers tier 1, and then there's a bunch of gaps in between. And then it's tier 2, where you have the Cowboys and Eagles. And as a league, I guess, then you can throw like the Ravens and Chiefs.
It's not because we have a power.
All right, what are your rankings?
But here are the rankings.
But so number one, Felipe knows ball.
I'm just saying, Niners are in a different league. Number 2, it's blank because no team deserves to be number 2. No team deserves to be one spot behind the Niners.
I like that.
There's no team right behind the Niners. All right.
So
now we're gonna go to number 3. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Woo!
The Eagles have officially fallen off.
The Cowboys, the Steelers.
They got killed by the Niners the same way the Cowboys did. However, the Cowboys lost in week 5. The Cowboys have rattled off 6 straight wins. They have the longest home win streak.
I will say,
league.
as a Niner fan, I feel like if we played the Cowboys right now, it'd be closer.
Different game. It's a different game. So the Cowboys are there. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, sheesh!
They're also there. They've also leapfrogged the Eagles.
Oh shit! What up, X? Mid-record.
God, what's going on?
The boy X.
What's up, yeah.
What's going on? Former game day
Holy
legend
shit.
Xavier. How we doing?
Damn. You gonna be here for a minute? You gonna be here? You just pop it in?
Yeah, I was on the scout, so I was right down the street, so I was like, I'll pull up.
Yeah. Felipe's getting the power rankings right
So here we go. So Ravens at 4. They're dominant as hell. I mean, look, they've been doing their thing still. The Eagles, as far as they've been sliding, they can't slide past 5, though.
At least
still,
5.
They're still the Eagles. And I know Adam's thinking, oh, but what about the Dolphins? Well, we saw a few weeks ago the Eagles played the Dolphins. The Eagles beat the Dolphins. The Eagles are still better than the Dolphins. So
only one seeded in the AFC.
Yeah, they're in different conferences. The Eagles are 5th.
They're higher than the Ravens right now. But we're neither here nor there.
What's the Dolphins' record?
9-3.
How many losses do the Dolphins have then? Not 3, right? How many losses do the Eagles have?
Well, I'm just more so going back.
I was saying the Ravens.
I was saying the Ravens.
Oh, Ravens. I got you. Okay, sorry.
Also have 3 losses though, right?
Yep. One is
the Dolphins don't have Keaton Mitchell.
They have Achan.
All right. 6 is the Dolphins, though. They go right after the Eagles.
Congrats.
I even consider them above the Eagles, but again, I just went back to that matchup.
No, it's fine. One team is the number 1 seed right now. It's fine. Totally fine.
Number 7, the Detroit Lions. They looked dominant this past week against the Saints, at least in the first half. They were. I mean, the first half of the first quarter.
They tried to blow it, still won though.
Crazy.
On the road,
almost blew it. They almost blew it.
The Chiefs probably the biggest drop. I've always had them in like the top 3. They're at 8 now, so they come right after the Lions at 8. Jags, bad loss on Monday Night Football, still at 9.
And is that's if Trevor's
healthy? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which apparently it's not that bad. It's a couple weeks according to our very own Frank and Marante. So
I hope so.
Jags 9. Bills at 10. I know they're 6-6, but they still have Josh Allen, who's statistically one of the best quarterbacks this season. And whenever you have a quarterback like that, you're still in the running. And look, I mean, at the end of the day, like the AFC has those like top. Actually, the AFC's gotten so much worse. Like they're not top. The NFC's top heavy and like very strong with like the top 4. The AFC, like you don't even know what the fuck's going on. The AFC went from a very dominant conference to one that's like a bunch of like good teams, no great teams.
Good, yeah.
And so the Bills are at 10 still because they're competing amongst those good teams. And then 11, I have the Seahawks, and the reason I have the Seahawks
above
is
the Packers.
Above the Packers. The reason I have the Seahawks there is because they've had overall as a season they've been better than the Packers. Also, the Seahawks this past week finally had a healthy offensive line. The first time they've had a healthy offensive line since week 1. Geno played his best game. And DK went off. You're starting to get JSN more involved. Charbonnet looked pretty good. And so the offense is starting to click. And they're going to have that carrying forward. You know, obviously a great coach and stuff like that. So I have the Seahawks at 11. Really, it's 10. Those are 10 teams, but we skipped number 2 because the 9 was so ahead. So, yeah.
I love it. Can you read through it one more time?
Okay, so yeah.
Just fast.
Number 1, 49ers. Number 2, no team. Blank. Number 3, Cowboys. Number 4, Ravens. Number 5, Eagles. Number 6, Dolphins. 7, Lions. 8, Chiefs. 9, Jags. 10, Bills. 11, Seahawks.
I like it.
Nice.
That's fun.
I'm still thinking about Waddle over Puka.
I know.
Bro, it's a conversation.
It's not a
Let's see what the
conversation.
people say.
But I should have referenced it by saying, because it's body of work also.
Body of work.
Tears.
Yeah.
Which is why Pittman was down there.
I understand. Jack, you have a trivia game for us, right?
It's a fun one, boys. You
You'll
ready?
do your trivia game, then I'll do the little comparison to the Eagles, Cowboys, and we'll end with fraud or not.
All right, perfect. All right. This is fun. This involves every single team in the league, okay? Y'all ready?
No, I don't know if I am.
Y'all ready? Pull up a list of teams for yourself, all right?
Okay.
Y'all ready for this?
All right. Can you guys name the last quarterback for each team to throw for 350-plus yards in a game?
Okay, so Jake Browning is for the Bengals.
Okay, let's go in order.
Saying,
Jesus.
I saw stat.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't need my phone for this, bro. I'm
just
rattle this shit off.
AFC East.
All right, well, Adam just said Jake Browning. Good job. Out of order, but Matan, you're up
Did you
next.
do that last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, he 354.
Wait.
Jake Browning,
350 yards? Is that
350 yards in a game.
Okay, so I'm looking at the AFC East. I'll go Miami Dolphins to Tonga Bailoa.
Good job. Good job. I got to find that on my
It's a very
list.
BDGE
Cross it
game.
off. Yep.
I love them.
It's a fun one.
Are we going in circles?
It's great.
Oh, is it my turn?
Your turn, bro.
Let's just stick in the AFC East. We'll go
AFC East?
division by division.
Well, no, you don't have to just rip it however you want.
No,
how
we'll
are
go
we
AFC
going
East. I
to
kinda
know
like
if we hit each team? You keeping track?
Well, I'm keeping track.
Oh,
yeah.
you have a list.
All right, let me hit my
have a
team
list.
then. I believe Dak Prescott's on it, no?
Yeah, of course it's Dak Prescott.
All
Come
right.
on now. Don't overthink it.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes.
Good job. Yeah, let's get Adam. What do you say? Layup lines.
Layup lines.
Layup lines.
Bro, I thrive in layup lines.
All right. Lamar Jackson.
Yep. 2023. I'll tell you the years, too. All the guys that you guys have named so far have done it in 2023.
Okay.
Oh, my turn. Oh, shit. For the Colts. I like this. Actually, have we said Josh Allen yet?
No.
Let me go Bills, Josh Allen.
Oh.
Bills, Josh Allen. Bang.
Nice.
Actually, I realized I forgot to put the AFC South in here because it's so irrelevant.
Oh.
So
who cares? Fuck that. Forget the AFC South.
They're actually not relevant.
They're not
they're
relevant
actually the most
anymore.
relevant division in
do you guys
football
want
right
to talk
now.
about something for like 2 minutes while I research it real quick?
Yeah.
2 minutes. Just talk.
AFC South is actually the most relevant.
So you hate
division.
Puka Nacua?
No, I just think I love Puka. I just think that list, when we were doing the tier rankings, and like I should have clarified, was a mix of how they're doing this year, but also body of work. And that's why, for me, Michael Pittman was still there because he's had one good year. T. Higgins has had one good year as well. Like, Waddle, at least last year, same with Devontae, had popped off. But Puka's having a better year than Devontae. I'm not going to say Puka's better than Devontae.
I'm not either, but I think I think Devontae's a better receiver. I love Devontae. You know this.
I know that. But I think
think Puka's been so good this year that you can have a conversation with Waddle.
No, I don't. But that's the same with Devontae because he's been better than with Devontae.
I think Devontae is miles ahead of Jalen Waddle, though.
I know you do, but I don't think many people would say that either. I also think it was the same thing with Amari Cooper and D-Hop, right? Hasn't had the best years, but I think they're still in that category for me.
Yeah, but Amari's been much better than D-Hop this year, no?
They've both been, like, yes, but, like, it's not saying much.
Like, Mike Evans you missed, though. Mike Evans you missed.
I put Mike in there.
I know, but he should have been a tier above.
You think Mike goes with Cooper Kupp?
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Who's up? Adam's up?
Adam's up. Sorry about that, boys. I don't know how I forgot the fucking AFC South. That's
okay. We were talking about.
I feel it's pretty fair to forget
Falco.
that division, though. Exists,
Are we doing division by division?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
However you want. Just
Matthew Stafford for the Rams.
Matthew Stafford for the Rams. Yep. Good job. 2022. Actually, the 2021 playoffs in January of 2022.
I'll go AFC South, CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Yeah, good job.
Keep ripping.
Keep ripping.
No misses yet.
No misses yet.
This is good, boys.
God, you never want to be the first person to fucking
We have
miss.
8 down. 20,
we
40
can
go.
do this. We can do this. This isn't.
Can we do this?
As I said, you guys can do this. Just fucking layup lines, bro. A lot of layup lines.
Brock Purdy.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, it has to be.
You know
BCB's
BCB's in there.
That's my boy,
You
dude.
know BCB did it this year, bro. And last year.
And last year.
Kirk Cousins
for the Vikings. You don't think Josh Dobbs did it?
No.
No, he didn't do it. Yeah, Kirk Cousins did it. Good job this year.
I'll stick in the AFC South. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, speaking
Trevor
of,
Lawrence, yeah, he did it. He did it like literally last month.
Speaking of, has a high ankle sprain. They said he's week to week.
All right, good.
Week to week.
Not bad.
But a high ankle sprain. I thought that was like a 4-week injury, 3-week injury.
Usually it's like 4.
Did you say Tua already?
I think they want to go week
Someone
to week.
said Tua.
Someone said Tua?
Yeah, someone said Tua.
Interesting.
Keep in mind, if you
say a team first, I'll tell you if we got it or not.
If you
Mike
don't,
White for the Jets.
Bro, good shit. Last year.
What a pull.
Nice pull, baby.
What a
Shout out
pull.
you, school.
Justin Herbert. Because, if we waited longer, they're going to be like, look how much these guys hate Justin
Why don't I
Herbert.
have it on there? Yeah, he did it, though. He did it.
Bro, just because I said Mike White, what has Zach Wilson been averaging for passing yards for the Jets?
Oh, yeah. All right. I just forgot to check it off. Yep,
120.
Justin Herbert. Good job.
Jared Goff for the Detroit Lions.
Obviously, he did it this year. Come on
now.
Goff been hooping. Start the year.
Oh, I
got 2.
I have a feeling about one, and it's probably a good reason you wanted to do this. Mitch Trubisky for the Bears.
Damn fucking straight it was, baby. It's 2018.
I'm
Mitch Trubisky. How do you know I wanted to do that?
Well, because I thought Justin Fields doesn't pass for over 150, so
I'm going to rip Matt Ryan for the Falcons.
I was going to say that.
For the Falcons.
Because
2020, good job.
Because to be honest, there's another layup if you want it.
I don't have
Take
it. You're not. It's not.
It's
Layups.
There's one of
Geno
2.
Smith for the Seahawks.
Yeah, come on. He did it this year, obviously.
I feel like it's one of 2 guys for the Colts. That's why. It's either Matty Ice or Carson Wentz.
Is it? They
think.
both were ass for them.
But I feel like they had
at least one 350. At least one game with 350.
I don't know if Gardner did it. That's fire.
I'm gonna stay away from the Colts. Well, what other teams we have? Like,
Colts are a shit show for that, yeah.
the Steelers. Did Pickett do it once?
No way. There's
There's
no way.
way.
The dude didn't throw a 2-touchdown game until
It's got to be Big Ben.
year and a half into his career.
It's got to be Big Ben. Bro, there's no fucking way Kenny Pickett threw 350. He
It's gotta
stinks.
be. All right, Big Ben.
Bang.
Nice.
2021.
Yeah.
His final year.
Nice.
Wasn't that when they went 10-0 or some shit?
Yeah.
And then
I don't think
That
Jordan
could be
Love's
the
had a
Eagles.
350 game this year. So I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers for the Packers.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, I don't think.
Good job. Good job.
I'm just going to do it. I'm not sure if he's done
It's getting
it,
really gritty now,
but
by
it's
the way.
possible. Did Daniel Jones ever do it for the Giants?
2021, he damn sure did. You're damn
go.
straight.
Christ.
It's starting to get gross, by the way.
It
like
is.
The
I'm
guys
now
left.
nervous.
There's like, let me count like the 1, 2. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 left that are like, you should get.
Sam Howell for the Redskins,
Bang.
Commanders.
Come on, with the commies this year. Leading the league in passing yards, maybe still.
I don't think Jalen Hurts has thrown for 350, but I don't know.
Oh, Wentz definitely did a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I know, that's why. But
He was
also,
a
did
dog.
Nick Foles do it?
Oh!
Did we do Broncos yet?
No.
Oh, Russ had to have a
You
game or
guys
two.
have not.
That's
no.
why I feel like.
Tim Tebow. John Elway.
You know what? Just rip it for the
Go ahead.
Bucks. I'm gonna go with Tom Brady for the Bucks.
Sure did. 2022.
Okay.
Damn.
There was no way Baker did it. I was gonna play it safe.
Hey, come on, don't sleep on Baker.
I just realized when you said Broncos, I forgot to do it, so I looked it up like super quick. But yeah,
You missed a lot of people.
I don't think we've gotten the Patriots yet, right?
Nah,
you have not.
Have we missed one yet?
You guys have not missed a
don't think-
single one.
It's do I think Mac Jones has done it
No,
or
he
do I
hasn't.
not
No,
think?
let me.
Nah,
So
Mac Jones
I'll
had to
say
do it
Tom
once.
Brady for the
Yeah.
Patriots.
Strike!
Oh,
You missed it. Not Tom Brady. Not Tom.
Did Mac Jones do it?
Well, you're gonna have to fucking guess
To
and
him
make
and
sure.
Zappy, bro. Zappy had
Yeah,
had a
I
good
know.
game
You
last
guys
year.
are gonna have to guess and see. I'm not gonna tell you who got it.
Let me guess again.
You're gonna have to get it right.
Give me
No,
another
no, no.
turn.
Felipe's up. You've lost your turn, brother.
Damn it. Fuck. It hurts.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It hurts.
But honestly, Matan's like minus 350 to be the first miss.
Yeah, probably.
I can't wait for all the comments, people complaining that it's taking this long for us to get the Eagles. Yes, there's such Eagles haters.
Well, it's the same fucking thing as like it could be
You
Jalen
don't wanna,
Hurts.
well, now that you missed, I'm
Yeah,
good
now I
missing
didn't want to be the
out.
one.
Yeah, see, now that someone missed you,
I didn't want to be the one. I didn't
was
want to be
cool
the
All
with
one.
right, I'm gonna go Carson Wentz for the Eagles.
Nah, not Carson Wentz.
I'll go Jalen Hurts.
No, not Jalen Hurts.
It's Nick.
It's not. It's not.
Is it Nick Foles?
It's not that. It's not him either.
Stop playing with me.
Gardena?
Bang.
Gardner Minshew?
Gardner Minshew
Oh
last
my
year.
god.
Let's stay in order, bro.
Yeah,
were you going to rip
he was
Gardner?
just excited.
it was the only other option.
Marcus Mariota didn't do it this year? He didn't do it last
Hell
game?
no.
Bro, what do you mean? He came in at halftime and went crazy.
Oh boy.
Against
All
the
right,
Niners.
It's,
Did we
It's,
s-
it's Felipe's turn. Adam, you got to skip a turn. You got to skip a turn.
Thank you.
You went out of turn.
All right.
Yeah, that Eagles one was crazy. That was like one of the gross ones. I was like, what?
All right, Mac Jones for the Patriots.
Yeah, he did it last year.
Nice, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It's only
pass a
right
lot.
that
Come on,
you
he's
get your
so
guy.
bad this year, but he had some good seasons.
Go ahead, I
Or
gotta
good
skip my turn.
games, at
Did we
least.
not say Joe Burrow yet?
Oh,
I
No,
don't-
No, I
because it was Jake
was
Browning.
first. I said Jake
Jake
Browning.
Browning.
Oh,
last
Jake
night.
Browning. Oh,
That's
Jake
hilarious,
Browning Monday
brother.
night, bro. That's why I did this list. I was like, I'm curious when.
Hey, 'cause of the
oh,
shoes.
oh, damn.
Yeah, image, obviously.
I saw a crazy Jake Browning stat. That's why.
Can I guess again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta skip me.
No, he was just curious about it.
Cam Newton for the Carolina
It's
Panthers?
a great call.
No, sir.
Damn it.
It's a good guess, though.
I was thinking Panthers. I was going Panthers.
Yeah.
There's a few guys though. They played a little carousel
All
in,
right.
in
Do you want me
Carolina.
to name the teams that are left, by the way, so you can keep
Yeah,
track?
yeah.
Yes.
All right. Cardinals, Raiders,
Oh.
Browns, Panthers, Saints, Broncos, Colts, Titans. You have 8 left.
Oh damn. Shit. All right. Cardinals. Oh shit. Did Dobbs it this year?
Really?
Oh, did Kyler just do it?
No, but like, so this also is to me. This is a layup.
It is.
Yeah, I think this is a layup.
Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count that because I know that's it.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, it's
2021.
gotta
That was one of the layups left.
Dobbs didn't throw. I thought Dobbs threw for 350.
There's
What other teams are there?
Raiders, Browns, Panthers, Saints, Broncos, Colts, Titans.
Oh, Jameis for the Saints.
No, sir. Not Jameis. Not famous Jameis.
Derek Carr?
Yeah, he did it this year.
Yeah.
For the Saints, he did that?
Yeah. 2023.
Oh, Derek Carr going to be the only one on this list twice?
What? Some other
Well,
teams.
we
going?
haven't gotten that other team
You
yet.
said Falcons was one of
There
them.
is one guy that's on this list twice, I will say.
It's, yeah.
Do we need the Falcons still?
No, I got the Falcons. I got
Oh,
No,
you got
you got
Matt
the
Ryan,
Falcons.
right? We need the Panthers.
Raiders, Browns, Panthers, Broncos, Colts.
All right.
Titans.
PJ Walker for the Panthers.
No. Not a bad guess, though.
Matt
No.
Ryan for the Colts. Yeah.
Last, it's
Once you
2022.
said that, I was like,
That's disgusting. He was so ass.
But he had like 1 or 2 good games.
was that last year?
Yeah, last
the
year,
fuck?
2022. How nasty is that?
Ooh, Christian Kirk likely needs surgery.
Oh, it's tough.
We didn't get the Broncos yet?
No, we have Raiders, Browns, Broncos, Panthers, Titans.
Browns. There's so many quarterbacks that have played for the Browns.
That's you got to rattle through.
Raiders, like Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, not Jimmy.
Oh wait, you said
who the fuck was their quarterback? Who played quarterback for the Raiders last year?
Derek Carr, right?
Oh, who was before Derek Carr?
But I don't know who was before that.
Derek Carr for the Raiders, no?
Nuh-uh.
Can I take a wild card guess?
Well, when it's your turn.
Sure. Meaning it'll apply to any team. I just want to see
if
this person hits.
Saints. I feel like with that.
No, we did the Saints.
We got
Derek Carr.
We got to get Panthers, brother. We got to just start rattling them off.
Raiders, Browns, Panthers, Broncos, Titans.
Teddy Bridgewater for the Panthers.
Browns? Who the fuck? Deshaun definitely did not do it.
Let's go.
Jacoby Brissett.
Good pull, but no.
Oh.
All right, let's just start rattling. All
right, Ryan Tannehill for the Titans.
Bang!
Come on.
Yeah,
good shit.
Good.
Broncos, Panthers, Browns, Raiders.
Drew Cock.
No, I fucking
Ryan
wish.
Fitzpatrick for any team.
No, I like it.
Did we guess Russell Wilson for the Broncos already?
No, but
it's not him.
Yeah, feels.
Do you want me to give you the years?
Brock Osweiler.
No, but it's in that kind of realm of grossness, like no doubt.
Paxton Lynch.
No.
Did we get the Packers yet?
Yeah, it's Raiders, Browns, Panthers, Broncos.
Raiders.
Who the fuck who was after Cam?
Baker Mayfield for the Panthers. Nah, Sam Darnold for the Panthers.
No.
Oh. Who was after Cam?
The Panthers happened this year.
Baker Mayfield for the Browns.
Bryce?
Nope.
Andy Dalton,
the Red Rifle.
Wow.
Wow. That's right.
He went nuts against the Seahawks.
Holy shit.
Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders.
Nope.
Who the fuck played quarterback for the Raiders, bro? They're so fucking
Jimmy
irrelevant.
G, Derek Carr, and
Last year.
No, but last year.
For the Raiders.
Brian Hoyer.
No.
Oh, that was a good one.
Who the fuck?
I don't remember who
For
fucking
the Raiders?
quarterback.
He did this against the Niners. He fucking carved us apart.
Who was their
Marcus
backup?
Mariota.
Nope.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
2 years
Fuck.
ago.
Who was their backup?
Played at Auburn.
Cam Newton. Played at Auburn?
CJ Uzomah.
He's on a
Sean
different
White.
team now.
He's on what team?
He's on a different team now with a new head coach, corny ass quarterback.
Head coach.
He's on the Broncos now.
Oh, hell.
The Raiders quarterback that did it.
Who's the backup?
Dog.
All right, think Browns or Broncos now because you got
Baker for the
Mayfield.
Browns.
Baker Mayfield for the Browns.
Yeah, I said that
2018.
earlier.
I
said that earlier.
All right,
Yeah.
Baker. Yeah,
Baker
good job.
Mayfield. Yeah, let's
good
go.
job. Yeah.
And then Broncos now?
So you're missing Broncos and Raiders.
Jesus.
Broncos.
Brett Ripien.
Who was their quarterback?
No.
Who was their quarterback before Russ?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
Nah, I wish.
And, bro, why am I blanking out? Who the fuck was the other guy?
Here's your hint.
Trevor Siemian.
No, here's your hint.
Skull. No.
Oh.
Was that
That's
Skull?
Dobbs.
No. Not who was before Kirk Cousins.
No, it
Fucking
wasn't.
who
Teddy
threw the
Bridgewater.
ball to Stephon Diggs?
Case Keenum!
Case
Keenum! Let's go!
Case Keenum for the Broncos.
I didn't even
in
remember that he
2018,
played.
bro.
I didn't even remember that
That's
he played there.
insane.
Now you're missing the Raider.
Bro,
Oh,
You
my
guys
God,
have every
bro.
single one except this guy.
do we have
He's
a
a
hint?
He's a backup on the Broncos right now. He played at
I couldn't
Auburn.
even tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
Brett Ripien.
Jarrett.
Stidham.
Horsecock
Jared
Stidham.
Stidham. Yep.
Damn.
That
was hard.
I thought the grossest one was Case Keenum for the Broncos. I forgot he even played there.
I literally, when you did
Like-
this, I was like, Case, but I was like, there's no way he played for them, so who else is there? That's crazy.
I was like, threw it to Diggs. I'm like,
Jesus Christ, that's tough.
You
bro.
gave me this, and that's how I knew.
yep, exactly.
Hey,
Started
good
off
game,
hot.
Jack.
We started off very well,
Good
man.
game.
That's what I said.
Jack,
There's
that
a
was
lot of
fun.
waves, and then it gets just nasty. I did that because I saw Gab Gowdy. She was like, all right, she's a huge Brown fan. She's like, Jake Brown threw for 350. Do you guys know the last Brown quarterback to do that? And I was like, damn, it's fucking Baker. That's tough.
Yeah. All right, I have a game.
Yep.
The Eagles and the Cowboys play each other this week, so we're going to compare their roster and decide who is a better roster. I have
go.
19 positions, which means somebody will win.
But
So head to head.
But offensive line
Yeah.
is offensive line unit,
Offensive
right?
line is grouped
Eagles
as
versus Cowboys
overall.
head to head.
Eagles versus Cowboys head to head. We're going to go through every position on their roster,
Yep.
offense and defense.
Yep.
You're going to tell me which is better
Well,
on
not
which.
every position.
Most of them.
I'm going to go through almost
We
every
should
single
add
position.
coaching to this.
Whatever. Just
Color palette.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready? We're going to start
Pick
with
players.
We're going to start with quarterback.
Quarterback.
Dallas.
Marcus Mariota or no, I'm kidding.
That actually would have been fun.
Cooper Rush.
Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott.
Dak, come on, man. Stop
I'll
playing.
take Dak.
Stop playing.
Right now.
2-1.
Mark him down, too.
It's honestly not close either.
I got to
So I got to make that
I got to
graphic.
take Dak right now for sure.
Yep.
All right.
Is that clean sweep Dak? Hey, congrats on that, brother.
Running back,
It's not
running
close.
back. DeAndre Swift or Tony Pollard.
See, the problem is Swift is more talented, but Pollard is just healthier and plays more.
I'll take Swift by a little.
One for Swift.
And Pollard's been coming on lately. You know what? The way
He's
they've
been coming lately.
The way they've been playing
I'll
lately.
take Tony Pollard.
I'm gonna go Pollard. The way they've been playing lately. Pollard's been outplaying them lately.
All right. That's another dub for Dallas.
The Jalen one, as
It's
a
not.
passer, Dak's a better passer, but Jalen, what he does on the ground.
No. Dak Prescott as a rusher, higher PFF grade than Jalen Hurts as a rusher.
You don't think about
Well, larger sample size.
Wide receiver 1, A.J. Brown or C.D. Lamb?
CD.
that. AJ.
AJ. It's close.
It's
though.
hard,
Goes to
though.
AJ.
Like,
That's close.
It's neck and neck.
It's 1A, 1B. It's 1A, 1B.
CD is more versatile
It
than
depends.
AJ.
It depends on the receiver you prefer.
CD is more versatile than AJ.
AJ's been more dominant.
I'll be honest.
Not this year. Not anymore. He was
Oh,
for
he
a
was,
stretch,
he
but
was.
CD's
So we
passed
can't
him by
have
a lot.
ties. Because to me,
No
they've
ties.
always been right
No
there.
ties. You
I'll
got to
be
vote.
honest.
Yeah.
You three are voting, and we're gonna.
I said
decide.
AJ.
I give it to AJ.
Word. Wide receiver 2, Devontae Smith or Brandon Cooks.
Devontae. Smith.
Devontae, not close.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 3.
Oh.
Quez Watkins or Michael Gallup.
Gallup.
That's how the depth chart
Yeah.
has
So
Quez
you're
as
all this.
wide
All this is by the depth chart. So we're not going to Julio.
ESPN's depth charts they have listed.
Gallup, but it's close. Gallup's been
What if
asked
it was
this year.
Julio?
Gallup's gonna get cut after this year.
If it was Julio.
I'll probably take Julio.
Come on.
Tight end, Dallas Goddard or Jake Ferguson.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
Goddard. I know Ferguson's been good.
Honestly,
but not going to discredit.
I'm gonna take
Goddard.
Ferguson right now. Ferguson,
fuck.
you saw what Ferguson did to Seattle, bro.
Jack?
That shit with Jamal Adams was fucking hilarious.
Goddard, he hasn't done anything.
Well, he's been hurt.
healthy this year. I know.
Yeah.
Even when he was healthy, he wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah,
take
but
Goddard.
as their starter right now is Albert Okwuegbunam Jr.
Yeah,
nah,
but
Ferguson.
according to
Win two.
ESPN depth
And Jake
chart, he's
Stoll.
still
Who went
there.
to?
And Mr. Stoll.
Where did Albert O go to school?
MIZ.
Thank you. Good trivia.
Ferguson this year, bro.
I'll take Ferguson this
Ferguson
year.
been hooping this year.
Bro.
Dallas Goddard's been hurting when he's played this
I
year. He hasn't been
know.
good.
Ferguson been getting better week after week.
All right.
Get it, but like, come on.
He's a
What
touchdown
are we
machine.
doing? What are we
O-line.
doing?
Eagles or
Eagles,
Cowboys?
that's not close.
Eagles, yeah,
It's not
Eagles have the
close.
best in football. So
You gotta,
it's,
come on now.
But what about you? This is like the one-off, the fun question you had earlier with the best.
Oh, I was saying Lane Johnson or Zach Martin.
That's a question.
I think
This don't count for the trivia.
This
but
won't
it's just a
count.
good question.
Zach. I think Lane and Tyron Smith are probably closer. Zach is by far the best lineman by himself out of both teams.
Well, one was Lane Johnson ever 99 in Madden?
Probably
Good point.
not.
Zach Martin was.
Yeah, I think Zach Martin. Lane Johnson also jumps. He has false starts
I
every
knew
fucking
that was
play.
going. All right, what's the
God, I
next
hate
one?
him.
This has it going just around the horn on the defense. So left defensive end, Brandon Graham or DeMarcus Lawrence.
Marcus Lawrence.
Marcus Lawrence.
Just marking
But
these.
I know a lot of
Actually,
Eagles fans are going to be like, it's Josh Sweat.
Okay, it's DeMarcus Lawrence still.
That's still DeMarcus
Yeah.
Lawrence.
D tackle, Jordan Davis or Jonathan Hankins.
Hankins.
Jordan Davis.
I
You gotta look at stats.
I'm not familiar
I don't
with your
know
game.
Jordan Hankins.
I'm
So
not familiar with your
the
game.
casual
so-
in me goes
Go with
Jordan
Cox.
Davis.
More people are gonna know Cox. I'll give him Cox.
Wait, you said
no,
Jordan
there-
Davis?
there's two
Jordan
tackles.
Davis or Jonathan Hawkins.
Or sorry, Davis. Go Davis.
I'll go Jordan Davis, friend of the pod.
Hey, great pipes too. Great saying.
He's a friend of the pod. I give him
True
that.
that. Another D tackle, Fletcher Cox or Osa Odigizua.
friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod,
Osa.
Odigizua.
Osa actually has been balling.
Osa's
this
been
year.
great this year. Actually,
Watch
too.
any live broadcast of the Cowboys, and
No.
they talk so much about
It's
Osa.
evident how
It's
good
actually
he is.
insane.
I'm taking Osa.
I'm taking Osa.
Are we
You gotta go
legitimately
friend
taking
of the
Osa?
pod,
No, like
Yeah.
legitimately, Osa's been incredible.
Yeah, he's been great this year.
Fletcher's just a legend.
You know what it
He's
was?
just a big boy that
you know what
eats
it
up a hole.
is he came on the Caps Off podcast in the offseason, and that just
Bro, that's what we
springboarded
told
his
him.
entire
If you
career.
come on, bro, you're gonna go crazy.
Good plug.
Right defensive end, Josh Sweat or Dorrance Armstrong. I don't know who Dorrance.
Don't know Lance
Dorrance?
Armstrong.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
I'll
Dorrance.
go
He's
Josh.
been playing well.
I'm gonna
Josh
go
Sweat
Josh
is much.
Sweat.
Josh Sweat's
Josh
better. He's more
I'm gonna go
talented.
Josh Sweat.
All right.
It's kind of different though, because I mean, Micah's like the edge rusher on the other side of DeMarcus.
Well,
Do we have him as
wait,
an outside linebacker?
Micah
Okay.
is listed as a linebacker. We're going to get to him in a second. There are
So
three linebacker
You're only
positions
going off
here.
ESPN depth chart.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we're
Three
going on.
linebacker positions here. Zach Cunningham or Damone Clark. Damone
Damone Clark, man.
Damone
Hooping
Clark.
this year.
Not familiar with your
It's
game.
one of those
not
where
familiar
it's one of those where you like Lance Lenore, whatever your guy's name is, like
Yeah.
you know him.
Diamador, Illinois.
Okay,
like,
so
Whatever,
Zach
yeah.
Cunningham,
yeah.
I just am thinking him he was on the Texans, and he went crazy that one year. So I'm strictly going to go Zach Cunningham.
You know what? I hate the Eagles. Let's go with what's
it's
his
Damone
name?
Clark.
Damone
Clark has been balling this year, bro.
I don't know Damone
One in
Clark,
doubt
bro.
pick against the Eagles.
I'm not afraid to say I'm not
Next.
familiar with your game.
Next linebacker position: Shaq Leonard or Marquise Bell.
Marquise Bell.
It's still
Shaq Leonard's
Shaq.
been horrible this year. Shaq Leonard has been awful this
Yeah, I'm
year.
going for the
been
name,
awful.
bro. I don't
Marquise
know
Bell's
Drake
like a top
Bell.
15 PFF linebacker.
Marquise Bell.
I don't know Drake
Marquise
Bell.
He's been our best linebacker.
Shaq has been terrible this year.
In fact,
Marquise saying that.
Marquise Bell was playing better than Leighton Vander Esch.
I
Oh,
recognize
was
that.
he? Was he?
I recognize
Wait, in
that.
what's the score right now?
I'm not going to tell you.
I recognize that Shaq Leonard is
I
the
don't wanna
name,
swing it in
and
any
that's why
direction.
I'm going with Shaq.
That's fine.
I don't know.
All right. I'll get that, and I'm going to give it to you. Just the same way I gave you Jordan Davis.
I'm casual.
That's cool.
Give me Shaq.
I don't hate. Yeah,
Last linebacker: Hassan Reddick or Micah Parsons.
Micah, not
Micah,
Drake Bell.
Mile.
definitely Drake Bell.
Drake Bell.
All right, cornerback: James Bradbury or Stephon Gilmore.
Gilmore.
By
Bradbury
mile.
been getting cooked this
Yeah.
year.
Sorry.
In fact, y'all were even thinking about him instead of Travarius Ward last week.
Darius Slay or Deron Bland.
I'm gonna go
Deron
Bland.
Bland right now.
having a better year. He
Dude,
got
he
cooked
just
this
got
past week.
smoked.
I mean,
he's
if
still
you want
got
to
a
Just that week.
Still
though.
got an
That's just
interception.
also like he's
Every-
better PFF grade.
He
and
has
all
the- he has
those
the
and
number
all
one
those pick
PFF
sixes.
corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Deron Bland. He's had the better year.
Deron
Darius Slay,
Bland.
bigger name though. So if we want to play the name,
Well, give me Deron, bro.
Bigger name, but yeah, even if you want to go like take away the picks, PFF grade, number one.
Yeah.
Two safeties. We got first safety combo: Kevin Byard or Jaron Curse.
Deron Curse.
Yeah,
Byard.
I think I
that's
lean Byard,
really
but
close.
But he's older. That's
Curse
my only
is
thing.
great. I'll go Byard because I feel he's been better for long.
I think I'm going the same.
I think Byard might be better in coverage. Kirsch is definitely a thumper though.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They're both.
We're going
Let's
Byard.
go Bird. Let's go Bird.
I'll go Byard.
They're both like B pluses.
Another safety: Reed Blankenship or Malik Hooker.
Malik Hooker's been kind of good this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been good.
He started
I don't
off his
think
career
we-
shit with
The
the
thing is
Texans,
like
though.
we alternate our safeties and shit. Like Donovan Wilson comes in, but Malik Hooker or who's
Reed Blankenship.
I'm gonna go.
I feel like
I'm gonna go Hooker, bro.
I feel like Hooker.
He's been playing so good
I
with
feel
Dan
like I've
Quinn.
seen Hooker make more plays
I'll be honest,
this
like I
year.
can't. Yeah, I also can't like pinpoint like Reed Blankenship's numbers and Malik Hooker just a way better name.
I'm just when you
It's a
watch.
great-
I
Malik
feel
Hooker's
So who you
great.
taking?
it might be
Malik
casual
Malik
when you
Hooker.
watch the games. You see Malik
Bro,
Hooker's
I am a
impact more.
Yeah,
we
you
are
do.
we
You
are
do.
casuals. Everyone but Felipe is a casual. All right.
That's like when we were talking Niners. I'm like, bro, you guys don't know Diamadori Lenore.
I would do the same with the Dolphins. Cater
Yeah.
Kohu, like you wouldn't know.
So we went with
have heard
Hooker.
that name.
We went with Hooker.
Yeah, let's go Hooker.
All right, last
This is
position.
big.
We got the kicker: Jake Elliott
Elliott.
or Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon
Bro,
Aubrey's been crazy.
Brandon Aubrey, has he missed a field goal
He's
this year?
been
He hasn't missed one yet.
crazy.
He hasn't
But-
missed one.
But
He's missed
Jake
two extra
Elliott
points,
is the most accurate kicker, more than 55 yards out.
I'll give
Better
Jake-
field goal
No,
percentage
This
than
is
Justin
like actually
Tucker.
a good question though.
Better kicker than, more accurate 55 out than Justin Tucker. Obviously, he's done less. He's had
Bro,
less. But I'm
I
going
don't
Jake
know.
Elliott. I'm going Jake Elliott.
But
Dude's a dog.
your boy hasn't missed a field goal in his entire
Facts.
career.
We gotta go Aubrey. We gotta go Aubrey.
Oh,
If
come
he hasn't
on.
missed a kick,
Come
what's his
on.
long? I gotta actually look at the stats. What's
Jake Elliott's had like a 60 yarder
I
this
know,
year.
but I want to see if
We gotta
if
go Brandon Aubrey.
We gotta go Jake
I want to see what
Elliott.
Brandon Aubrey
What are we
does
doing?
from
What are we
50
doing?
plus yards. Let me look.
Jack needs to vote.
Brandon Aubrey stats. This is big.
We need to add coaching to this. Coaching is a fun element,
Bro,
guys.
Brandon Aubrey's had a 58 yard,
100.
55 yarder, 50. He's nice, man.
He actually, yeah, no,
We're
he's.
going Jake Elliott. What are we doing?
Hey, and one of the
Don't be swayed by Felipe here.
He was the one that said it
I've
first.
got Brandon
I
Aubrey
held
in
back.
fantasy.
Oh, that's a real sway.
Yeah,
That's
Brandon
a real sway.
Aubrey.
I can't argue.
So who are you
against
taking,
that.
Brandon Aubrey?
But has he any game winners this year? Jake Elliott has a
You haven't.
Nah, but we're beating everybody
yeah,
by
they
40.
haven't. You go Jake Elliott. The Cowboys won this one.
It's probably Jake Elliott,
It's Jake Elliott.
but I like your boy. I like your
All right, we're going Jake Elliott. The final count. The Eagles have 1, 2.
Oh,
The Eagles have 8.
yep.
Oh,
The
Congrats.
Cowboys have 1.
there were 19 spots. 11.
Oh,
The Cowboys have 11.
Yeah, they're,
11 to 8, bro.
they're lucky we didn't factor in coaching too, because we'd swope them. We'd swope them. We'd
Swope
smoke
'em.
them and sweep them.
Which
on,
means-
on the offensive side and on the defensive side.
Nah, I would
means the
take-
Cowboys are the better
defensive
team.
Side.
Well, the problem is Mike
Dan
McCarthy's
Quinn.
calling.
Oh, no,
I'll take
there's
Dan
this-
Quinn,
this-
but if it's overall head coach, I'll
Felipe,
take
what
Nick
is
Sirianni.
What is this exercise?
Bro, you
confirm?
hated Mike McCarthy up until like.
What does this
6
exercise
weeks ago.
confirm
Yeah,
for
Coach-
us?
He's
Coach
been
Jake.
good. He's been amazing.
I'm taking Sirianni.
Felipe, what does this exercise confirm for us?
That the Cowboys are much better, much more complete than the Philadelphia Eagles.
Three better.
And now that the
players.
coaching is back for the Cowboys,
bro,
you guys should smoke them this
Hold
week,
up,
right?
brother.
3 players more complete.
Yeah, and coaching on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
I'll
Offensively,
give.
I mean, do you guys
give you
like
Dan Quinn.
do you guys like Stephen Patton?
Yeah, I love Stephen Patton.
Yeah, friend of the pod.
They do the offensive coaching, analytics, and everything like that, like deep dive. Combined, the Cowboys are number 2 behind the Ravens. Just offensively, the Cowboys are.
Yeah, but Nick Sirianni's not calling plays.
I fucked it up.
But Nick
the Cowboys are ahead of the Eagles.
Yeah, but Nick Sirianni's not calling plays.
Well, Nick Sirianni's got a punchable face.
Exactly. So the Cowboys
are
right.
But I'm just saying, if it's head coach, like if you're talking offensive play caller, I'll take Mike McCarthy. If we're taking head coach, I'm taking Nick Sirianni.
And I was saying offensive play calling and defensive play calling both.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. It's 10 or 11-8 anyway.
Well, now it's 13-8.
Congrats on the win.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Congrats on. Hey, we did this Niners-Eagles last week. It was tied, so that was tough.
True.
Hey, I'm looking forward to becoming a lot more familiar with a lot of people's
All right,
games
we've been ripping this podcast for an hour. However, we have time for one more.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's get fraud or not.
Fraud or not. We gotta
out.
put it in. I did put in the effort with this.
Sorry
shit,
for the long wide receiver tiers list. Really set us behind.
That really set us back. Yeah. Set us back like a decade.
Hey, Tyreek's still him though.
All right.
Do it.
Frauds or not? I'm gonna give a list of stuff. You're gonna tell me if it's
fraudulent or fraudulent.
All right. Thank you.
Fraudulent.
First up, frauds or not? The Philadelphia Eagles.
Not frauds.
Frauds.
From what we thought they were, frauds.
Frauds.
Fraud.
We thought they were by far the best team in football, 10-1.
Frauds.
Well, their record
Wait, give
says
me that again.
Frauds.
Louder.
their record says they're not the best team in football, and they're
It
not.
still
the best
does
team
say
in
they're
football.
the best team in football.
I know.
frauds.
That's what I'm saying.
They are
Says
not
they're-
them. They are not them.
No,
They're not them. They are just it that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Sure.
Not they them. They're it.
Stop it.
They are
Not
it that.
frauds.
They're officially it that. That's a good point.
Not frauds.
Why not?
Because if the Cowboys just went 3-1 against the 4 team that the Eagles just played, we'd be hyping up the Cowboys as well, right? Like,
Yeah, but
It's went through a gauntlet.
recency.
But
The
I'm
Eagles
not
just got
high.
smoked. The Eagles
Personally,
got
I'm not
smoked,
high
but
on the
that-
Chiefs or Bills. So like,
what is that?
He's saying
that's
that
two
they're
of
not
the
that
teams
good.
that the Eagles beat.
Okay,
That's
but
true.
like
Now
everyone
we're
is
getting a
being-
good look
They
at
barely
the
beat
Chiefs.
the
still talk-
Cowboys at home. They got
We still talk
spanked
about
by the
Josh
Niners at
Allen. We
home.
still talk about Patrick Mahomes. That's not like the
They talk
hindsight's
about their
20/20.
quarterback, not the team. All right.
And that's
Okay.
the most
Anyway.
important position. Not a fraud.
Fraudulent.
Not a fraud.
Fraudulent.
Come on. Don't have
All right.
too much recency.
Frauds or not? The College Football Playoff Committee.
A fraud. Well, hold on. Not a fraud.
Because this is what you.
No, good businessmen, not a fraud.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Good
businessmen.
businessmen.
It's a better game.
You know who's a better
Yep.
fraud?
Dude, Alabama, Michigan?
Florida
ACC
State.
commissioner. ACC commissioner is actually
But
the
like
main
Florida State
commissioner.
deserved to go in, yes.
But here-
because you go 13-0 in a
Yeah.
Power 5 conference, you deserve to make it. But objectively, Bama's got a better chance against Michigan.
But hear me out. Yes,
Objectively.
They have the 4 best teams in football.
Paul
in there.
Feinbaum was talking about the fact that the
Feinbaum.
ACC commissioner was the main proponent of saying that the 12-team playoff should not start this year. And he was the main person saying we're not doing it. Had you just fucking shut the fuck up, your team would have
Then
been
Mizzou
in.
would have been in.
Just saying.
God damn, we're ranked
knows?
9.
The committee, they are full of businessmen.
I fucking hate the ACC
Shout out
now.
Texas.
Look, if TCU doesn't get
SEC soon.
if TCU doesn't get smoked, they're in. So blame it on TCU, not a
Facts.
fraud.
Last
But
year.
the committee is the committee fraudulent for not letting an undefeated
No.
Power 5 team.
no,
in?
not
I'd rather
fraudulent.
see Bama versus Michigan than
Facts.
Michigan versus
Me too.
FSU.
And everyone agrees.
Everyone
I
would
think
rather
everyone
Yeah.
agrees that.
I think
Everyone that
they're-
isn't a fucking
I think they're a
FSU
bit
fan.
fraudulent because now it's like if you go undefeated and your quarterback gets hurt the last part of the season, like you're kind of fucked. That's tough. Anyway, fraud or not, the MVP award, just NFL MVP award, because it's really just quarterback based now. I feel
dude,
like. It's
I-
a quarterback award.
Right. Is it really the person who is most valuable?
Yeah. Is it
to your
because
team?
it is called the
the
most
problem-
valuable player award?
But the problem is it's the most valuable position. So naturally,
that's what I'm saying,
you're naturally
though.
3 points higher to like being able to have
Yeah.
that impact.
But it's the most valuable
Naturally-
player award.
I'll say fraud only because like
you need to give other guys their
Tyreek
respect.
should win it.
Or Trent Williams.
You
Well,
actually
that's
talked
a
about that earlier.
Trent Williams should be in the conversation.
Yeah, the problem is there's just not enough metrics.
There's
to
no
say why
stats
doesn't-
metric.
But you know what metrics matter though? The Niners have been absolutely insane this year,
Undefeated
right?
wins,
They I mean, like I said, they're probably the
3
most
games.
talented roster. That when he's hurt, the 3 games he's fucking hurt, they lose. Not only that, but Brock Purdy, who's an MVP candidate right now, MVP favorite, looked horrible.
They didn't look
Right.
horrible. They looked bad.
All right, fraud. Fuck it, fraud.
I think it's
MVP
fraud.
award, a
It's
bit
sort
Sort
of-
fraudulent.
of fraudulent, but it kind of
Fraudulent
makes
tendency.
sense why it's
Yes,
quarterback heavy.
Yes, I agree.
This is a fun one. Fraud or not, Big Dom DeSandro.
not a fraud.
Not a fraud. Well,
The GOAT.
I think
Who's that?
fraud.
Oh,
I
Felipe,
think,
you were
I
sick
think-
this weekend.
I
huh?
think fraud. Dom DeSandro.
Is that the
fraud.
Eagles guy?
The Eagles
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, no, I saw that.
He's a fraud. He touched Trey Greenlaw
I was just
first.
about to say that.
You're
You
not a
can't-
part of the
you
team.
can't
You're
do
not a
that.
coach. You're not a player. You're not
can't
anything.
do that.
Why are you touching the other player, the player on another team?
You saw what Kyle Shanahan
First, he
said?
started that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, he should not be allowed. If you're not part of the team playing the game, you should not be allowed to touch
Dude,
the
he's
player.
Nick Sirianni's like he's his fucking
both
right
did the
hand
same.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
I think obviously
bodyguard.
Greenlaw should not have done what he did.
Sirianni's
but
got the mob
Big
on
Dom,
deck.
Big Dom May God bless his heart, a good Italian man. He's kind of fraudulent the shit that he
not
did.
Not a fraud. He had an Italian hat on his hat.
Fraudulent
and on the sleeve.
Fraudulent as fuck, bro. Talk about small dick energy, man. What the
fuck? You're a security guard, bro.
Dude, you're not even on the field, bro. Well, soft as hell.
Well, he was technically on the field. Not within the boundaries of the field.
Well, he technically did stuff within the boundaries, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, all right.
He probably does.
Probably does.
This is hot. All right. Fraud or not, the movie Elf.
Not fraudulent at all. What?
Oh, you hate Elf?
It's
Are you about to tell me you
movies.
hate Elf? It's one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
I think it's not that funny.
Oh,
I know. I love Will Ferrell,
Do you
too.
hate life?
Spaghetti and fucking syrup?
That shit's insane.
Oh!
I've never thought it's that funny.
Oh,
It's a
it's
great
some
movie.
of
And it's not, and it was maybe funny the first couple times, but it's not a good rewatchable movie.
It's not even that.
Oh,
It's
it's one of the most rewatchable Christmas films ever.
I just disagree. I think it's fraudulent.
I'm going to
Not a
watch
fraud.
it tonight.
Not a fraud.
It's not only funny. It's also just like super entertaining and like wholesome, and it's a great movie.
Oh, I'm going to watch it tonight.
I only like it
Fully
because
gonna watch
Zoe
it tonight.
Deschanel is blonde. She looks hot.
That's a good point.
Oh, my
Maybe I'm horny.
Not a fraud.
But
Not a fraud. Such a good movie.
no, that's. I told Matan, I was like, dude, I got a hot Christmas take here. People are gonna give me hate for it.
We'll give
Shout
him the
out
other
to
one.
Will
Shout out
Ferrell's
to Elf guy.
dad, Hofstra alum. Let's go.
Oh, let's go Flying Dutchman.
Next.
He's probably there when they lift up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right, fraud or not, the Manning cast.
I'm not.
Like, what's the point?
I don't know. I think
No,
it's
I
stupid.
like it. Not fraud. I like it.
I don't think it's fraudulent because it's.
It has moments of terribleness, like fucking Tua rambling about nonsense.
Oh, Adam.
We were
So
talking
bad.
We were
He
talking
had,
about.
I was like, dude, what is he talking about?
But then he whipped out the guitar, started playing Tears in Heaven. I was like, all right.
And
I'll-
Kay
We were
Adams
saying,
got me
though,
back
the-
in.
Smolder.
Kay
last
Adams was
night.
great. She was great.
The
Or
reason
Smolder.
with Tua's, he was so far behind. It happens
His
all the time.
delay was
His delay was
so
so bad, so
bad.
he'd talk, and then he would hear himself a couple seconds later, and that's why he would keep
Oh, he felt
fucking.
really weird
Now, granted,
with
he
that.
was probably super nervous. He's like not an extrovert. But
I say the Manning cast, it's good, but do
I
we
liked it
really
at
need
first.
it?
I love
Like,
it. I love it.
I think it's good. I think it's fun.
I don't think it's
I
fraudulent,
choose to watch the
but
regular
it's
broadcast.
on
but-
Fraud Alert.
I think
It's
it
on
makes
Fraud Alert.
sense for our generation who likes secondhand screens and wants to have some other form of entertainment while watching the game. I do sometimes want to hear like Troy Aikman, but
I'm only watching the Manning cast if it's a game that I just don't
Complete
give a fuck
garbage game.
about.
Like last night, I was
That's
watching
what
the
it's
Manning
nice
cast.
for.
Like, if
I
there
was
was a-
watching Manning cast.
If there was a Manning cast for this Thursday night game coming up, Steelers
oh,
Patriots,
that's all
you'd
I
be
want.
on
I
that
would
the whole
actually just
time.
watch
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
not the
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
just
You
not
tell me
watch
what's
the
going
game.
on. Like,
We're not watching the game at
yeah.
all.
All right, fraud or not, the NBA in-season tournament.
Actually, not a fraud.
I
That
thought it was
atmosphere was electric
The
for
Kings
the
one?
Pacers game. For the
Unreal. Did
Pacers
you
game.
watch that
Pacers,
last
Pacers.
night?
I just saw the highlights. of it.
Oh
I
my
was like,
god, I
people
was
freaking
watching. I was watching that Pacers Celtics game, bro. I've never seen a team react as hype, even during the
During the
NBA
regular
out.
finals.
Against the Celtics.
Dude, this is a regular season game,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton pulls up from 3 back-to-back plays, drains it. The whole stadium's erupting.
That's lit.
The bench, bro. The bench was going
You know what?
fucking nuts.
I
You
will
should
say
look it up
it's
if you haven't
great.
seen
It's
it
great
yet.
for teams like the Pacers who don't win shit, right?
Yeah.
They're
Like,
good.
For me as a Warriors fan,
They
I'm like,
beat
I
the
don't give a
Celtics.
flying
I think the
fuck.
court. I think the court's fraudulent.
I hate the court.
Court's
Fuck
ugly
the
as
court,
shit.
bro.
Like the
Ugly as
court
shit.
would have been fine if you just didn't have a long stripe down the middle that like completely contrasted the
get
whole
it. I don't
court.
get it.
I don't
So-
mind if you want to turn into NBA Jam and have a whole different color court, but don't put a line down the middle that's
Yeah.
like a bright teal court and then like
The Pacers
red
court's
down the middle.
terrible.
Something about it though is working because the point of it was to make the regular season more exciting,
And it did it.
clearly
It
it did.
is.
Even if you're not rooting, even
just
if you're
need
not
more-
going to tune
I-
in,
No,
it's
you
not your
sway me,
team.
not fraudulent. I
It's
think
like-
I'm just a spoiled Warriors fan that I like to
Bingo.
win.
It doesn't.
actual
You don't know what
championships.
you're winning, but you're winning something.
I do
you
think
want to
you
win
need-
the tournament.
I
Yeah,
do
like
think
if
you
you're the
need more-
Pelicans, you win a trophy, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
I do
great.
think it
You're
needs more
winning.
play-
Oh,
it does
that's
need more
sick.
playoff incentive though. It does need something. Like there should be more to it.
One of my buddies suggested they were like
The winner should-
auto top 10 pick.
Oh,
That'd be crazy.
That would actually be
They couldn't
sick.
do that. They couldn't do that. Or like home field advantage through the entire playoffs. You know, like
Oh yeah, no matter
Home
what,
court,
you have,
yeah.
and you can be like the 60, but you got that would
Yeah.
be good home court. I like that. All right, fraud or not, Robert Saleh. Hate to do it, but
Oh man.
with the whole Zach Wilson situation, he keeps benching him. He keeps benching for Tim Boyle. He benched him for Mike White. He's doing all this fucking
So I
bullshit.
think
trying
with
to
him.
bring back Zach.
He's
Is it Robert Saleh? Is it Joe Douglas? I don't know. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's
Is
hard
Robert
to say
Saleh
Saleh's
fraud?
a fraud.
I think he's a good defensive coach. Like we've
I don't
seen
think he's
that.
a head coach.
But as a head coach, I don't know if he's
him.
good enough. Only because this is I don't know. You guys can say how you guys feel about this. The reason I'm gonna say fraud is because I think they just gave every possible key to the kingdom to Aaron Rodgers, and it was literally like as if he was the GM, the head coach. He got every possible thing he wanted, and like as a head coach, when I look at it, it's like, what is your level of control in the situation? He had none, and now he's kind of lost control over the quarterback situation. It's a tough spot to be in. I'm gonna say slightly fraud, but as a defensive coach, I don't think he's a fraud. I like a defensive
I hate
like
to say it about
calling
a
the
Niner
defense.
legend, but I think he's a bit of a fraud. Just the way he's handling the Zach Wilson situation is awful.
bad,
it's really
man.
fucked up, actually, what they're doing. Like, this year, we always knew once Rodgers was hurt, it's like they're not going to contend. They're not going to compete. And, like, just let Zach Wilson be your quarterback for a year, just a whole year. And he's never let him do that. Yep. Like, you're putting in Tim fucking Boyle, who had 1 touchdown and 12 interceptions in college, to start over Zach Wilson. That's so disrespectful.
Bad. That's so
bad. To a guy that you picked second overall because you thought he was super talented. I think that's fucked up. I think it was a little bit fucked up what he did to Zach last year when it was clearly a rebuilding year, trying to see what he can do. Put in Mike White.
And if I'm Zach
Wilson,
Wilson,
they put in Chris Trevor for a little too.
If I'm Zach Wilson, I am understandably pissed off.
Saleh said it
if
was
I'm Zach
bullshit,
Wilson, I want to get the fuck off the team.
Same. I like that. I like, even if it's true, whether it's true or false, that Zach Wilson had said he doesn't want to. He's reluctant to start.
I like that.
I don't know if it's true or not, but
so that's why I'm saying Saleh fraud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fraud.
I just think he's
convinced me also.
Felipe? I know you were a Zach Wilson guy beginning last year.
I just don't like the handling of this
believe
whole
in his
situation.
talent, but I believe in Zach's talent, but I partly agree with you. Benching him for Tim Boyle, what was his stat line in college?
1 touchdown and 12 picks.
That doesn't make sense. But
at
benching,
UConn.
And you know why Tim Boyle was
there?
there?
But benching him, period, makes sense.
But you know why Tim
Boyle? Zach sucks.
You know why Tim Boyle was the backup head coach?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I get that whole thing.
Apparently he's great in the film room.
Like, I think they could have made better moves. They could have done more to go get Josh Dobbs, to go get another quarterback. Benching Zach Wilson,
then that would
I
have been
don't
fine
mind.
to bench him for that.
Yeah, also, Joe
I don't care if his confidence gets rattled because he gets benched. You should have played better. But benching him for what's his name?
Tim Boyle.
You don't even know
Chris
who he is?
Trevler last year for a little bit. Like,
I actually think someone texted me during the pod that they got Ripien. I don't know if that's true.
What are we doing? Like, there's just no direction. I also think Joe Douglas is a fraud.
All right.
You gave everything to Aaron Rodgers.
We got two more. Let's rip through them. Frauds or not, NFL referees.
Frauds.
Yeah,
horrible week.
Fraud, right?
I feel like this year has been particularly bad.
So
too.
bad.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Very bad. That ending of the Chiefs-Packers game
terrible.
was
it was just back-to-back bad.
4 straight calls with
as
a
bad
minute
as
left.
It's as bad as it gets.
Like, dude, how is there not PI on MVS?
At some point, like, the refereeing needs to be made from the booth, like, completely, 100%.
Yeah.
Because they can see everything, and it'll be immediate.
No. There could be a call on the field, but then there needs to be like, okay, somebody in their ear that said you got that very wrong. We're switching that.
Like, I don't know why. Like,
I think
it's always when they bring on like whatever his name is, like not Dean Blandino, that's the college football guy, but
one of those guys.
One of those guys. And they're like
Mike Florio.
They're like, yeah, well, it's the wrong call, but once there's a ruling on the field, you can't overturn it because you can't review it as a ref.
What I think it's crazy is that the NFL is a $1 billion industry. And the only sport, it feels like right now, that has the ability to see when you are offsides by a computer is fucking soccer. And in the NFL, we still bring out a fucking old school chain to just measure it. And now it's up to
How do we not have that? That's
the ref is like,
that's the dumbest shit.
Yep, first down.
Bro,
now, granted, you can
like,
see that.
And how we
I
spot.
fuck with that. That part of the game, keep it. That's just fire.
It is. It's fun.
It's fun.
I think
it's
it's
fun as
fun.
shit. You're waiting to see they bring out the chain, and then it stretches out just a tad bit over the ball.
And he goes.
That shit's fire.
Yeah,
he does put it up. It was more so the example of like the fact that we're not using technology at all to make better.
Yeah, I also think it's just like
calls.
I feel like a lot of refs have too big of egos to like admit when they're wrong. Like,
of course.
we hold coaches and players accountable for when they have bad plays. Why do we not hold refs accountable for having? It's the same thing. Like, I'm a big baseball fan. We don't hold any umpires accountable for having like Angel Hernandez fucking shit calls all the time. Like,
I'll tell you what pissed me off from that Chiefs game though was they made the wrong call on the Mahomes thing, right?
Yeah,
where they threw the flag.
Yeah, should not have been.
That should not affect any
the
later
next
calls.
Just
MVS very clearly got a PI, and they didn't call it because it was like a makeup call for the previous call.
Like the PI is way more egregious.
I hate when they do that.
It might have been the worst.
Mike Pereira.
Mike
Pereira.
That's the guy. I was like Dean Blandino.
That missed call might have been the worst missed call.
Horrible, bro. I didn't realize they changed the rule back, but that Saints game in the playoffs when they changed the rule that you could review a PI, I didn't realize we got rid of that.
The only issue to that point though, is when you slow it down, everything looks like a penalty.
Well, then they should do it in real time replay.
Yeah.
Like,
but I agree, you should be able to go up to the booth and then overturn it. The booth is the only one. But then
I think PI should be able to get reviewed within the last 2 minutes. I think that should be a review from the refs.
But that can get out of hand because then your strategy is throwing
if it's like that play though, where like a lot of us like, that might have been PI, but I didn't have a good view at it. Let's look at it,
brother. Maybe just throw in some extra, like double up the referees you have on the field.
That I agree with.
Like something like that.
There's a lot of them that's probably sitting around.
You have the budget for that, bro. You have the budget for that.
Or if you're the Chiefs, get a good wide receiver.
Fair point about that.
Didn't think about that.
Not fraudulent.
Do you have one more?
Oh yeah, last one. Frauds or not, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they're frauds.
They are frauds.
Fully.
Wow, I didn't think that was going to be resounding. No. I certainly think so.
The Chiefs are frauds. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are not.
I'm not saying them. I'm saying the Chiefs as a team.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they were Super Bowl favorites. I think they were Super Bowl
Like,
favorites heading into the season.
It's hard for me to say that the Chiefs are contenders right now and actually believe it.
That's why I'm saying fraud.
Like,
I don't think they're.
Yes.
I don't think they're. Well, the thing is, the AFC is wide open, so
it is, but
I'll
like,
take it
to
back.
say
But
that
that's like saying though,
I can't
that
say
any
that they- if
LeBron
they get-
team in the playoffs is not a threat.
The AFC
fair.
sucks.
That's
Good
fair.
It's like it didn't matter how bad
doesn't matter
LeBron's
if they got
teams were;
LeBron.
they always in the playoffs turned up, and I think that's going to be the same with the Chiefs.
I could see it, but like if you tell me right now, like let's say they run the AFC because the AFC is not amazing. Like, do you realistically see the Chiefs beating the Eagles, the Niners, the Cowboys?
No. Whoever comes out of the AFC is gonna get smacked in the Super Bowl. I think right now there's nobody in the AFC that looks dominant.
If the Chiefs turn it on a little, if the Dolphins turn it on, sure, Ravens, but I don't think either of those three teams are on that level.
Yeah.
Yet. Sorry. Love you.
Man,
All right,
That's
well,
it.
we really got to wrap up. We've been going for a
we did
long
lot
time here.
today. Holy
Hey,
shit.
nice job though, Jack. I enjoyed those frauds or
Thanks,
not,
guys.
as
Appreciate
always.
that. Thank you.
Any parting words, Mr. Fontes?
Jalen Waddle's better. Yep.
About no,
knew he
do
was
it
gonna
about
say that.
Cowboys Eagles this week. We leading up to that.
I mean, look, Cowboys, Eagles. We saw the game of the year last week. Clearly wasn't the game of the year. Niners, Eagles. Come on, bro. It's terrible. The Niners way
Not
better.
comparable.
Different weight class.
Well, who did the Niners
Dallas
smack
is-
both times? Who did the Niners smack? 2 teams this year.
The Cowboys and Eagles. So now,
So be close.
well, no, I think the Cowboys are actually going to smack the Eagles. They're going to win by 18.
18.
Cowboys by 18 because we have the longest home win streak in the NFL. So we're definitely going to win at home, right? Because the trend. We look at trends here. We look at analytics, and the Eagles are just terrible. Like, look what they just did against the Niners. Bro.
They are terrible.
Come
They're a
on.
shit team. One of the worst teams in football this year. You're right.
Nah, it'll be a good game, but Cowboys by 17.
Adam's just angry right now, man.
Nice.
He's still
Good
thinking
shit.
about
Yo, thank you for listening to the Caps All podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you made it to the end of this one. We'll see you next time.
You definitely
Bye.
did.
Peace.
Thanks.
How bad are the Cowboys going to beat down on the Eagles? Let me know in the comments and subscribe because I love you.